happening, ladies? Hit me with a one if you can hear me, if I sound okay, and hit two if I sound horrible. Let's see. V in training. All right, Colette de jour. That's what's up. Ladies, I'm glad y'all here tonight. It's a lot of shit going on in the world, right? And we need to talk about this shit tonight because shit is getting ready to get really, really real. Turn the pages here. Michaela Choice is here. Live Life is here. Religion Free is here. Hey, Unseelie. Uh-oh, the Riddler's in the building as well. Princess Wells is here. Hot Caramel up in here. Discarded Rosa says, hi, everyone. Right? Thank y'all for coming. Let me tell y'all something. The moratoriums are ending on the rent hiatus, right? We knew this was coming. Those of you that are good financial planners and all that extra shit are unbothered and unaffected by that. Those that have left Blackistan and also have goddamn good credit and all that good shit, you're not concerned either because you've been planning for your future and this, that, and the other. Problem is, a lot of us have mammies that we're related to that are getting ready to burden you with their issues. I know you don't think it's true, but it's coming. Ladies, people are being evicted. Want to take a guess at who's being evicted the most? Ding, ding, ding. You got it. It's these mammy ass bitches that's been laying up with niggas since 2020, since everybody had to go in quarantine. Don't do it. I don't care if you grew up with her. I don't care how much you love her. I don't care how she puts it. I don't care if she hadn't been there for you all this time. Do not take on her burden because they've had 2 years to prepare for it. A lot of them are coming from up out that quarantine with an extra baby. Now, if you couldn't pay the rent, the last thing you should be doing is laying up having another bastard. It just is what it is. And I know that sounds fucking horrible. I want to show y'all something because this is getting ready to get ugly. Every time I jump up here, I tell y'all how ugly it's getting ready to get, and it indeed gets ugly. Crimes have been happening during the day. More sexual assaults are going down, and folks are going to be real, real desperate. Let me turn him up with his ugly ass. Let's go.
Mass eviction. That's going to be the repercussions of not slowing down. A lot of our tenants are going to face eviction, and then we're going to have homelessness rise.
New York State's eviction moratorium has ended, and new cases are pouring into housing court. Assemblyman Edward Gibbs of Harlem says his constituents are facing eviction. Some so desperate to stay in their apartments are heading to court without an attorney because they just can't get one.
The landlord, who was very forgiving the first 2 years of the pandemic, is now aggressively seeking that money for those 2 3 years.
We live in a capitalistic country. Y'all, I saw a clip of a woman who was being evicted, and the news lady asked her if she had anything to say. And she looked dead in that camera and she said, I just want these landlords to have a heart. Remember what I told you about feelings? Feelings do not matter when it comes down to finances, especially for providers and protectors. They're not going to do that. They got a heart enough to throw your ass on the side of the street. You and that Aaron's furniture, that buy here, pay here bullshit you got in that house because that nigga didn't provide anything. You had to get everything on the low. That shit, that's going by the curb. Let's keep going because black women are being affected the most by this shit that's going down.
And I've seen some areas where it's 30, 40,000.
59-year-old Luz Pena has been living in her apartment for 12 years. The pandemic put her behind on her rent. Her biggest fear?
That they throw me out of my apartment.
The Harlem mom says it's been keeping her up at night.
Maybe I have to go to a shelter or go somewhere else.
And she's not the only minority New Yorker feeling this way.
This now puts an enormous amount of stress on our clients who are already, bearing the brunt of this pandemic and who are often Black and brown people, now they have to go to court without any legal representation.
Under the Right to Counsel program, low-income New Yorkers are eligible to have an attorney represent them for free in housing court cases. But the Legal Aid Society says in Harlem, they just can't keep up with all the pending and new cases.
Right now, we have anywhere from about 20-something attorneys, and the volume of the calendars every week is over 100 cases. The court has the power to slow things down so that people can be matched up with attorneys to help them navigate the complicated housing court process.
Officials are asking for more attorneys to step up and help, too.
We need some great attorneys who's going to help these people.
Isn't that the song of Blackistan? We need somebody. We need somebody to come do this. We need somebody to come do that. Now, mind you, we got people out here talking about, oh, the divestors this and they're mean, they're uppity, they're this, that. Look, you need people because your men did not provide anything, any structure, any resources, protection, nothing for you. Your face is becoming synonymous with please help me. Please help me. And the thing is, it's going to be damn near irreversible the way this shit is going. Ever since this country began, right? You got here because you had lack of protection. This is how it started. Nothing's changed. You need them just as bad as you needed them back in the day when you had to sharecrop and all this shit here. And y'all got the nerve to be listening to these niggas say anything. Then you got Black women coming down talking about talking points and how it's some sort of bed wenchery. Baby, you're going to have a bed to bed wench, right? You finna get put the fuck out. Okay? Hitching your wagon to these motherfuckers is not the deal. But let me go down just a little bit more, okay? Because you think it ain't Black women? Let's go.
When the pandemic first hit, an eviction moratorium was put into place to protect homeowners and renters who were struggling to get by.
And now 2 years later, that moratorium has expired, and the number of evictions in our state is exceeding pre-pandemic levels.
Well, Denver 7's Micah Smith tonight has a look at this rising trend and the group being impacted the most.
At 72 years old, Glennis Williams never imagined she would have to start working again.
Y'all want to work at 72? If you do, keep doing what you're doing. Keep giving these niggas babies. Keep playing that not all game. This woman is 70 fucking 2. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Retired from Kaiser Permanente. My son and I were facing an eviction.
Let me just give y'all a moment of silence right there. My son and I. Ladies, the writing is on the wall. I don't care what anybody tells you. Okay? If you want to talk about some fucking nail polish and going to spas and all that shit, do it. Do it. You're going to have to step over a whole bunch of mammies to get there. And then, you know, that's cool and everything. But there are some divested women and some fence sitters that are going to be affected by this because of who they know and who they associate with.
We had no problem with our rent, but he suffered a TBI.
Williams fell behind on rent, and to make up the difference, headed back into the workforce.
I only get $1,200 a month from Social Security, and I gave them $850. So there's still no money for the household.
According to a USA Today study, Williams falls into a group most likely to face eviction: Black women.
Can we get an amen? Can we get amen? Who the fuck thought that Black women wasn't going to be affected the most by this? Who thought that? This is no surprise. I know y'all can't be surprised right now. We just did New York. This right here is Denver. The other one I have is from Arizona. Who thought that no matter what state you were in, that it wasn't going to be Black women affected the most by this? But you still giving bitches pushback. You don't have any rhyme or reason to be pushing back on anything divestors are saying. Okay? You might want to get your attitude together because you might have to borrow $5 in another month or so. Okay? How about that part?
they're screening us out pretty much.
LaShawn Marshall is a case manager for the Community Outreach Service Center, helping Williams and others stay in their homes.
I'm running into landlords not doing the paperwork to keep them from being evicted.
Marshall says to receive emergency rental assistance, tenants and landlords have to fill out government forms.
Who's she getting the assistance from, y'all? Is she getting it from the Black community? Where and who is she applying to get this assistance? I need to understand something, mammies. Why do y'all so-called hate the system so much? You stay up in that system's ass like a cheap thong. Y'all are the ones that hate them the most. It's like a toxic relationship that you have with your Dusty. What is wrong with you? Y'all get the gist. Aaliyah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, there isn't much I can really say about this because their men weren't concerned with the state of the community, the women, or the children. That's why they weren't trying to provide anything or help out in any way. And it pisses me off when I hear so many women online talking shit in defense of these men, because what your man was doing at the beginning of this shit and all through it, they were too busy online celebrating over how much you were going to be struggling. Your men were online telling people how much you were going to need them and that this situation will humble you. They were online telling people that you would be giving out $5 blowjobs because that's how desperate that you were going to get. They were excited about how this was going to bring you down. Am I lying, DZ?
Absolutely not. This is something they did the most when Trump was getting ready to get elected, and they were looking forward to you having to give fellatio in order to feed your children. These are the facts, followed by some shit where they wanted you to drown in your own excrement. Anybody that's been around YouTube for a long time knows good and damn well these are facts.
Yes, and it was with this as well. They were talking the same shit when those stimulus checks started being handed out and all this other shit. The lies, they were just going bananas, talking all kind of shit about how you were going to need them for protection and how, see, they want you to hurt. They want you to struggle. They want you to need them so they can have the benefit of telling you, hell no. They want to leave you hanging so you have no other choice. And see, this is what the message that your men put out every single time they think that you are about to get fucked over. But then you turn around and get upset with us when we say anything negative about your kings. But your kings don't give a fuck about anything that's going on with you or your children in the face of adversity ever. When have they ever given a shit about what happens to you and or their children? They never have. But you get mad at us for saying it though. Okay.
I have to be honest with y'all. I'm literally enjoying some of the shit I'm seeing, because the thing is, we have been dragged for talking like this for a long time. Okay, we've been dragged, but you gotta show me the date and timestamp when we said something was going to happen over in this divestment community, and it did not happen. It didn't happen. Y'all are getting ready to see tent cities with Black women and children in it. Mark my words. Okay? Police are going to come, tear that shit up, and they're going to have to keep moving like some fucking nomads. You've never seen a time like you're getting ready to see coming up now. Okay? Over the past year, the people that were on unemployment, people that were staying home and all this extra shit, but, you know, they've gotten used to not working, and that's why a lot of this is going on. There's a lot of jobs out there. Don't get it twisted. It's a lot of jobs out there, but now they're able to stay home with the rugrats and don't want to go out here and do anything. Point blank, period. Y'all getting ready to see some shit that you've never seen before. Hell, I've seen homeless people, but this is getting ready to be something that's unprecedented because none of you have ever lived through a pandemonium before. None of us have, right? But this is something that's never happened. Y'all gonna have to keep your sanity. You're gonna have to put yourself first. You're gonna have to make sure that you don't wear your heart on your sleeve, because Black women tend to do that. They tend to want to help everybody, but then they end up getting a short end of the stick. What I'm asking you is, this time, can it be different? Can you say, not my problem? Can you get that nigga off your couch? Can you keep that nigga out of your face? Can you stop giving them sympathy sex followed by an oops baby? Can we finally stop doing that or no? Ebony, it's on you.
An oops baby.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't,
Oops
I don't,
baby.
I don't think they're really oops babies if you're making this kind of a decision. Because here's the deal. As we know, the SCOTUS has decided to make their little plans, and they leaked out Alito's decision or construction of a decision before they even heard the case, which comes around in June. So here's my problem. All right. They are getting ready. They're going to outlaw Roe v. Wade. They're just going to strike it down. It was a bad law. It was badly written anyway. They're just going to strike it down. And they know they can do that and really affect people because the legislature won't do their jobs and legislate. So all these states are coming in with no abortion, no this, no that. Abortion is just the first part. They're going to go from abortion to outlawing Plan B because the evangelicals and the Catholics don't like Plan B. Then they're going to go from that Plan B to all contraception. Okay?
Well, this is going to be a clusterfuck because I'm going to tell you something. There's never a time when a mammy won't give a nigger some ass. I just mentioned the tent cities. You're going to see pregnant women in those tent cities.
Tent cities, yes. We're seeing it now in Denver. Okay. On your screen, Denver. Okay, seeing that mess now. The tent cities have sprung up around churches because the churches, don't want to shoo them away, and they get vouchers and stuff like that. But the tent cities are thick here, and you can't. I mean, it's like walking through them is hard. So it's hard to watch. And pretty soon we're going to see kids in those tent cities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can understand having sympathy or empathy for people, but I don't understand the stupid. And it, I remember, and what DZ saying is so right, because I remember at one time I was feeling sorry for relatives who treated me like garbage when I was young and up and coming. But then when you make it, my phone was ringing. So and so's in jail. So that, I'm like, okay. Then I just quit. And then everybody hates my guts. So I just took care of me.
That's what you ladies better do. Take care of you.
I took care of me.
Don't drain your savings out trying to help these folks, because once they get back on their feet, they're going to still be dragging you. They still going to say whenever you come around, you acting funny. They're still going to say that you don't like doing shit for people, even though you did something for them. Y'all saw how they treat black women. No matter what she does, natural, straight hair, fucking fat, skinny, whatever, religious, atheist, whatever. There's nothing you can do for these folks. So it's best to just put yourself first. Okay. I hate to see it. I hate to see your savings go because you were trying to help some mammy that when next time you see her, she's 3 months pregnant. Okay. Ain't learned a goddamn thing. Those are not your children.
I don't understand that. I don't. Okay. If you are poor yourself, why bring another life into it?
I can't get turned on if there's no money around, period.
If you got lint in your pockets, don't show me your dick. I'm sorry. I can't.
It's like this. I can't worry about if the electricity is going to be on tomorrow. I can't get in the mood because I don't know if the light's going to be on when you get done, dumbass.
And
I don't know how y'all do it.
And Similac, DZ, that mess can be expensive for people with no jobs. And WIC, they're going to, I don't know what they're going to do with that, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, why give somebody a shot when they have nothing to offer you?
And those are the main niggas who be trying to drive their ass straight up through that damn headboard too, cause that's really all they have to give her for room for his room and board. He don't have anything else to offer, so he gonna try to drill her ass in the mattress. And they be going right along with it. He be paying them in D, inch by inch. That's all they get out of the deal, and they still gotta struggle.
Well, there's some people that say that that's what matters. We the only group of women that's left, period, that will base whether they're going to be in a relationship with somebody based on dick. That right there is so juvenile. juvenile. You can't see past your goddamn nose because of the dick. Really? And
They
you
got
had
some
your
good dick though. That's what they said. So that's what they said. Hey, they got some good dick though.
fuck,
I'm
fuck.
sorry. I'm sorry. I have been in love. I've been infatuated. I've been in lust. Uh, and but I have never been digmatized to the
Mm-mm.
point that I'm not thinking about moi. Okay. It's what I am getting out of this. I have to get something out of this more than dick. I can't. You mean really? I can get dick. Okay. Getting dick for somebody like me is easy at my
Y'all
Okay,
want
old
to
but
talk
age.
about a code? You want to talk about a code real quick? Black women tore themselves the fuck up. You can enjoy sex, ladies. You're supposed to make him think he getting more out of it than you. Don't be telling him or acting like you'll do anything for the dick. Are you crazy? You undoing yourself when you do that. You're undoing yourself.
I don't get black women's, fixation with the dick. Like, get the dick off your brain, period. If all you want to do is come, there's plenty ways to damn do that. You can do it yourself. They got more than enough toys. I mean, there is no excuse at this point. And they can say, well, I need the real thing. And see, that's why we stay in these fucked up situations, because you cannot or you will not get dick off the brain and get your head in the game and start thinking about something else that's more important. And it is fucking juvenile. And they refuse to grow the fuck up because sex is not the be all and end all. And y'all be want to fuck these big, thick, dick ass niggas that's tearing up your walls, beating down your uterus and every damn thing else. And then before you know it, your shit just all stretched out and wore out and you ain't got a goddamn thing to show for it. But you got a whole bunch of miles on your twat. And it's stupid as fuck. Grow your ass up.
Look, this
What?
child Merlot said Hitachi is the GOAT. What's going on, Shane?
Hey, DZ. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey, the one thing that's really, sad or infuriating, really more so to me, is that as much as these nakers hate children and complain about single mothers, I have been seeing so many of these filthy primates celebrating the overturning of Roe versus Wade. And this ought to tell you, Black woman, that he wants you completely and totally destitute. He doesn't want you to have any type of protections. He doesn't even want you to have protection against pregnancy, because that is one way that he can weaponize sex against you and destroy your life. They're not celebrating being able to, bring more Black babies to this world that they can love and take care of. They're celebrating Black women not even having the option of getting rid of the creature that was more than likely, well, not more than likely, but sometimes forced on them. Mm-hmm. This is the sick, twisted mind of the Nigger male. It's unbelievable. You don't even like your kids. You hate children, but you're celebrating the fact that there's a possibility that a Black woman won't even be able to get rid of your damn child should you force yourself on her. That is some twisted thinking, and it's sad and it's disgusting.
And Shane, that's what's going on in the Black community, and it's been going on for a very long damn time. They've been complaining about Roe v. Wade, especially the Black nationalist movement and militant movements. They've been complaining about Roe v. Wade since 1973 when it was instituted. And the thing about it is that you're absolutely right. They don't just hate children, though. They hate women. And they really, 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 really hate the bitches who will stand up to them, look them in the eye and say, no, bitch. Okay, that's what they really hate. They don't give a F about all these little nappy-headed kids running around. They really don't care. The kids, the kids are vulnerable. The kids are helpless. Mama has to do everything for those children. They don't really care about that. They care about power over you because the white boys dick them down and beat the hell out of them. That's what they're angry about. And they have been angry, starting with the Gen X bitches. No. Let's start with the baby boomer women who got to the point where they could get out of Miss Ann's kitchen or cooking some fools pork chops or whatever, and she could earn her own living. That's what they're angry about. And when you earn your own living, you have the right, ladies, to say, you may come through my door or not. We're just saying, keep the grapes out of your door. Stay in your house in peace. I don't care if they're outside throwing rocks at your fence, and they will. But you
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
coming.
because they still haven't grasped the concept. Go ahead. No,
they're
they
angry
still
at the
haven't
women.
grasped. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the women that they hate. And they hate divestors more than any black woman on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Because divestors are telling everybody, I'm having a good time over here. Why don't you come over here with me and leave your nigger? That's what this is. They don't have any any power over the divestors at all.
None.
And it terrifies them. They terrifies them. And the thing is, with everybody on the panel, everybody in the cloud, or everybody in the chat, realize that your sovereignty is worth more than any of them.
Yeah, they like to use catchphrases like I can do bad all by myself, and if I got to struggle, I'm gonna struggle on my own, and all this other shit. See, they say that because it sounds good, but if they actually applied it to their real life, then their real lives, they will understand that it's true. If you have to go through all that shit, you may as well be by yourself. Because what are you lugging around another grown ass adult for, and he can't help you do shit? I mean, it really makes no sense. So if I'm gonna starve, I'm gonna starve by myself. If I'm gonna be in the dark, I'm gonna be in the dark by myself. If I'm not gonna have shit and I'm gonna be evicted, I'm gonna be by myself. I'm not gonna carry your grown ass around with me. What the fuck I need you for? You ain't doing shit. You ain't serving a purpose. See, like I said, they say shit because they think it sounds good. And it was a message put up about STDs skyrocketing. Trust me, the STDs can't get any worse in this community. We're leading the charge in every single one of them. I don't think it can really get any worse at this point. HIV, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea. I just found out a couple weeks ago that it is skyrocketing in Michigan, I think specifically Detroit, as well, because it's in older groups of women. Chlamydia and gonorrhea has gone back up. Why? Because of the apps. Again, we're talking about the hookup culture. It's so easy for people to just meet people on apps that they know absolutely nothing about, hook up, and then they just fuck and go their separate ways. And so now gonorrhea and chlamydia is back on the rise amongst the older women. And I was like, see, that's even worse because they should know better. They should know better.
The thing is, shit log takes precedence over everything. Nothing else matters in the black community except for black men and their goddamn dick. And sir, this is not smoke night. Let me go ahead and tell you something. What are you doing in my background? What you doing back there? This ain't smoke night, honey.
Oh, it's not smoke night?
No, it's not.
What the hell do you want?
Take your ass home.
I wanted to give some perspective. I feel like you guys are missing.
No,
you don't have one.
No,
I got perspective.
You don't
I have knowledge.
No,
I don't
don't.
want your perspective.
I have knowledge for real.
You have none.
I can't.
I'm telling you, I have knowledge.
You don't have
Do
knowledge,
you know
sir.
that this is? Are you aware that this is a divested channel? Are you aware
He
of
knows
that?
that shit. That's why he clicked that fucking link. And
Okay.
since you wanted to go ahead and say something, why the fuck didn't you click on Smoke Night? You bored?
No, I'm just studying today. I just thought let me give my little 2 cents for today, for a Tuesday.
Well, go in the chat, right? Go in the chat and say whatever you got to say, and I'm gonna let my mods deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how this works over here. I'm gonna tell you something though. There is some areas that do entertain the likes of you. They're called fence sitters, they're called sovereign, they're called all that extra shit that you can go over there and talk to them. This is really not a good place for you, all right?
This is Sparta!
Anyway, y'all better be careful out here. Be fucking careful out here. When they see you moving on, they come and try to stop it. They're not making those aggressive moves anywhere else. Just you, because you're actually doing the right thing. I'm telling you, you would not get this much attention and pushback from said group if you was doing something that didn't mean anything. They kind of would ignore you, right? Kind of like they ignore the mammies in their channels until they want to go ahead and get their ego stroked around this bitch. All right.
DZ, can I
Yes.
say something to Aaliyah? She says, she talks about the STI rate. Okay, you said it can't get any worse, but it can. And let me tell you how. At children's hospitals and pediatric clinics around the country, you're going to start seeing the same damn thing that these old women have.
Of course, because whatever the mother has at the time of delivery is going to be passed on to their infants and their newborns. So absolutely. I mean,
No, I'm talking about that. They're going to be predators to children. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I get what you're saying as far as
Because
that.
if they get a 12-year-old pregnant, she's stuck. She's stuck.
Now you have given me an entirely different visual that I did not need, Ebony.
I'm sorry, baby, but that's what I mean. Because we have a lot of predators in our community. We have a lot of sexual predators. Let's just keep it real. And that's why a lot of them want to go to some young girl who knows nothing, has her whole life ahead of her, pump her with the baby, she's stuck.
But even still, I see cases like that all of the time with these young girls, 12, 13. Because here's the thing, in a lot of states, a lot of people don't know that their children can go and get testing and get treatment for STDs without parental consent. Your child does not need your permission to go in and be treated for that. They treat them as young as 12. They can go in and get tested and get treated if they have something. And the parent does not have to be notified to do that legally. So I still see that all the time, but I can definitely see that situation getting a lot worse. Which is something
let me
I
show
really
y'all
wanna
something
think
real quick.
about.
Speaking of sexual predators, let me show y'all something really, really quick. Okay, it's two things where you'll see.
We are following some disturbing news out of California. Police say they have arrested a serial child sex predator with victims all across America, including several here in Houston. Ugochi Iloka joins us now.
Y'all was talking about the predators. Maybe this is why black men don't want abortions, because they won't have a hobby anymore, if you get what I'm saying. I want to show you how black men are protected in this country. They are a protected class. I don't care what nobody says. Tell me if you notice anything as this broadcast keeps going.
With brand new information on this nationwide investigation.
This case is out of Sacramento, but authorities there say the suspect's crimes span all over the country. They've identified at least 10 victims in Texas, with 4 of them living right here in Houston. Documents show that the kids affected are 10, 11, 12, and 13 years old. Police say the suspect seen in this video, released by the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, is 24-year-old Demetrius Carl Davis. They say he posed as a young girl named Lizzie online, trying to lure children into making pornographic videos for him. The investigation started last year, and the crime stretched back to at least 2020, with victims, get this, as young as 6 years old to 13 years old. The feds are also involved working to help identify victims. This map shows where at least 80 possible victims have been found for now. Investigators describe what evidence was discovered. A warning: the details you're about to hear are disturbing.
On their siblings, other relatives, and other kids that they know, and film it, and then send that video to our suspect. It would be hard to even paint the total picture of the devastation that this does to young victims.
Authorities expect the number of victims to climb as more come forward. If you or someone you know believes a child has been targeted by this man, investigators want you to contact them. We have a link available on khou.com if you'd like to reach out. Reporting in West Houston, Ugochi.
Let me tell you something. Those men are protected. Does anybody in this room know what he looks like? They protected him. Nobody knows what he looks like. They showed him going in the station. Didn't show a mugshot, didn't show shit. And they got the nerve to be sitting up here talking about how the media portrays black men. I'm sorry, sir. They're protecting you, and you got victims spanning across the country. That map showed people outside the country as well. They are protected. You're not going to be able to keep hitching your wagons to these motherfuckers because people are starting not to believe you. Out of one side of your mouth, you say the motherfucker violent, and then on the other side, you saying he good in bed. Which one is it, sis? And then when you call somebody to come help this nigga get up off of you, they not gonna know what to do because you the one that's going to drop the charges. These men are protected. Period. I scoured the internet looking for him. First, middle, and last. I even put his age in there. He's 24. No pictures exist of this motherfucker. None. Because he's protected. When I say that black men are a protected class, people think I am fucking nuts. They protect these motherfuckers because they don't even report on half the shit these niggas do. The shit you see is a very, very small portion of the violence and the terrorism that they do in these neighborhoods. Period. I'm telling you. Elle, it's on you. Your mic not working, sis. And welcome to the panel, Kyra. You on mute, baby girl. Hold up.
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, ladies.
Welcome. How are you?
Is this any better?
Yeah, we can hear you. We couldn't hear
Hello?
Elle.
Good evening, ladies. How are you? Pretty good.
Better? Cut your background noise off, baby.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, first things first, you know, I don't know if you guys ever heard this from old school women, but a wet coochie and a dry purse do not match.
Yeah, I heard that one before.
Yep.
So you Mammy just laying down and having sex. Why are you getting wet for men who have nothing?
Because they're black and male. That's just the big and small of it. They're black and they're male. And then Mammy's lean on their programming, right? There's my fingers are doing the quotation marks, okay? Programming that's all that they're attracted to. Well, sis, I got something to tell you. If that's getting your biology moving, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Men are supposed to provide, protect, and problem solve. This motherfucker over here is doing neither, and he's kicking your motherfucking ass. And you still saying that's all you want? Well, I'm now afraid of you as well because, honey, that should not be the case. Hold up a second. We got a little lag going.
Oh, is this any better?
Yeah, you're good.
Well, the thing is, you know, these mammies facing these evictions, the truth is, you know, like that story you talked about how the landlord and the leaser needs to sign that form and stuff, but the landlords aren't doing their part. Do these mammies ever think of why? Why are you a bad tenant? Why don't they want you? Guess what? It's the cicadas you're connected to. It's those black males you move in on the lease, you know, your latest jump off, or it's your thuns wreaking havoc in their neighborhoods and in their houses. Why would they want you there?
They didn't do that paperwork because rent is going up and they really want her motherfucking ass out of there. That's just really all it is. She said that she paid what, $800 and something a month. They could probably get like $1,200 for that apartment. They want her up out of there because she's not able to pay what the new rent rate is. And they're doing that in a lot of places. Some of those evictions come from the rent being raised, and some of those Section 8 vouchers is not paying that amount for them to be able to stay. And some of the landlords aren't even taking Section 8 anymore. They don't want to. They don't have to. All of this sympathy shit is going out of the window. We have overplayed our fucking sympathy card as black people. We have. And I quit feeling sorry for black people way before the dollar bills got big faces on them. Do you hear me? I can't, because we keep doing stupid shit and I'm tired of it. Truly.
Yeah, and they ruin every neighborhood they go to, no matter how decent the neighborhood is. That's why people don't want them there because they can't listen to music at a normal rate. They refuse to wear earbuds and headphones like regular people. I promise, I'm in a predominantly black city. The music, all the bass, I guess they think that everybody in the entire neighborhoods needs to be treated to their hip hop music. It's like, I don't want to hear that shit. And they can't listen to it at a normal tune. I guarantee you, it's going to be some fuck shit everywhere they go. And they eventually make every area unlivable. I promise you.
I know I
Oh,
wouldn't be putting up with that shit for $850 a month. You and your raggedy ass son. And you notice how they always coupled up with the son. I mean, damn, it's almost like the son is a gift from your baby daddy because he know he ain't staying. He just leaving you some companionship, sis. Your hub son. Here's your gift. I'm out of here. And y'all satisfied with the shit. So it's gonna keep going. None of this is gonna get any better, by the way. I'm just letting you know.
Aaliyah, you and I are both in the Atlanta area. Don't you know that every day and every neighborhood is supposed to be Freaknik here?
Oh, okay. Absolutely. A
That's
nigga day. Remember that? Google it.
yes. Or Trap House Day, yes. The Trap House Museum, yeah. It's supposed to be that every day. It doesn't matter whether you're in Bankhead or Buckhead.
I'm serious. I thought that was when I first had found out about that. I thought that was a joke, but no, it's serious. They got something called Nigger Day here. Look it up. But they don't. They got a problem with other
No,
people.
They
They
do,
do.
Ebony. They do.
They do.
no, not
Yes.
nigga day. Come
Yes.
on.
Nigger Day. Yes, indeed.
And
Okay.
Oh my God.
and
Look it up.
isn't it kind of damning that BWE content creators were objecting to the terms we used to call these cicadas just 2 months ago? Look at what they call themselves. They created a whole day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because they already know what it is. That's why I say these women look dumb as hell.
It's
Like you look
supposed to be
stupid,
a
sis.
term of endearment. They used to kill me with that shit. It's a term of endearment. We can use it, but you can't use it. Girl, these white folks can use whatever the fuck they want to. Long as you're using their resources, they're going to say what the fuck they want. It is what it is. You are a guest in their house. I know you don't like that shit, but you are a guest in their house because your men didn't build it, okay? They helped build it under force. And that ain't the same thing, sis. Sorry, not the fuck sorry. Any goddamn way. Y'all, I'm fixing to be very, very, very,
Nigga
very
day.
colorful. Yes, nigga day. Nigga day.
Yep.
Look it up.
Yes.
Look it up. Put in
Look it up.
the
Look it up.
Google search bar.
Okay, but
Nigga
I'm
day
still
poetry.
hearing black women tell me, well, I can't date a man who's not black because if he calls me that word, I just can't do it. I just can't. I'm like, and there's a nigga day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
dude she fucking called her 17 bags of bitches before the sun go down. She don't have a problem with that.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
Lord.
why they don't get how incredibly stupid they all sound. It's like, girl, you not knowing. I'm sorry, you just not knowing.
I'm telling
Like
you right
y'all,
now, y'all, as these evictions keep going, I'm not helping a goddamn soul that I know in my personal life. Not doing it. I've already said it to my husband. I'm not doing it. He just looked at me and didn't say shit. But I'm not doing it because you've had 2 years. Why are y'all blowing through these stimuluses, buying all this crazy shit? You need to save for a rainy day. But I forgot. In Blackistan, white people supposed to take care of your rainy days via application. You going online and filling out an application for some bullshit. You don't have to save. You could just ball out and live and do what you got to do. You don't have to be financially responsible because there's entitlement programs. I see you. I see you. Y'all don't be wanting to hear that shit, but I'm here to tell you, nobody's feeling sorry for you anymore. If you feel like you're not making any headway in your oppression games, it's because nobody believes you anymore because they actually got a set of eyes and they can see what the fuck you doing. Okay, it's goddamn help wanted signs all over the fucking place, but you saying you don't have no job, right? I don't believe you. There's a whole bunch of work from home jobs now too. Okay, you talk out of both sides of your neck saying that you want the schools to close, then you want the schools to open back up, then the school is the prison to kindergarten to prison pipeline. You are everywhere. Whatever narrative fits that where you can get the most, bitch, you want it. So nobody believes you.
DZ, ladies, divestors, Now, as things are getting tighter, look, I made the mistake in my personal life. I let a mammy and her toddler grape son move in with me when she so-called was leaving her man.
Oops.
Oh goodness, between her little grape son tearing up my house and her just sitting there acting like she doesn't see the shit, and then the man, her giving that man my address and him turning up outside my house, fussing and fighting when she threatened to put him on child support. Ladies, in real talk, as things get tighter, you're going to have your mammy relatives and mammy friends reach out to you. I would strongly advise you to learn from my mistake. Don't help them, or if you feel you just have to help them from afar. Do not move them into your shit.
It's because it's not their shit. They're not going to take care of it like you would take care of it. That's why you shouldn't be letting nobody borrow your car or none of that shit. When I say put yourself first, I'm talking about in every fucking area of your life, your vehicle, your home, your job, your sanity. Okay. You need to put yourself first. That's really what divestment is. And we say it's about staying away from black men and worshiping white men. But by default, if you put yourself first, you wouldn't want anything to do with black men to begin with. Point blank, period. Sir, y'all, he back. Let me feed you to the fishes. There you go, Aaliyah.
I can't see him. It's his face on my screen is behind. It's black.
Yeah. Let the ladies vote in the chat.
It's behind the comments that people are saying on the screen.
Okay, I'm getting ready to take a poll. Do y'all want to see the flip flop happen, or y'all good? Put a 1 if you want the roast to go down, or number 2 if you don't want him up here, and get him up out of here. Daniel, don't say nothing. Hold on.
You know they love a good roast. You already know that.
I'm waiting for some shit to come up because we got this lag over here. Just trying to see. 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. God damn, it looked like it's split down the middle. Okay, let me ask you this. Educated thug, what do you want?
I just feel like you guys need knowledge.
We need
I feel
what?
like you guys need knowledge. You guys
need knowledge from you. I think not, sir. I think
You
not,
need
sir.
knowledge, wisdom, and information.
Let me ask you this.
No, we don't need that from you. That's what you don't have. That's exactly what you don't have.
Hold up 1 second, Aaliyah. How did you find this page, sir?
It was on my YouTube channel.
Okay, that means you're looking up
It was recommended.
divestment content.
It was
That
recommended.
means that,
It was
hey,
recommended.
hold on. You got a little lag. We can't talk at the same time. Now check this out. That means that you were looking up something related to black women and this so-called gender war that's going on, because YouTube didn't just recommend that to you. Not a person like me. They didn't just recommend me to you because I'm not recommendable, So how did you find this page?
Well, I listened to The Business. I don't know if you've heard of that YouTube channel, The Business.
Yeah, so that means your manosphere. Okay.
Exactly.
That's exactly what that means. Your manosphere, because that person that you just referred to is a fucking bastard.
Yeah, I mean, he's just giving his. I don't just because I listen to it doesn't mean I agree with.
We don't give a fuck what you think. First of all, let's just get that out of the way. Anybody who calls himself an educated thug already, you are a thug. We have established that. You called yourself that, right? You're an educated thug, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so that lets me know right there what your opinion is gonna mean very little to me. But continue.
Well, this is the problem. I feel like we as black people, we need to study marriage, and I feel like we as black people,
No.
we do.
No.
We do.
Educated thug. Black men are not marriageable. They're trash. Do you hear me? Black men cannot be married. Black men cannot be married. They're not marriageable. They're trash. You're conquered. Do you understand how conquered you are?
Sir, don't men control marriage? Don't you ask the woman to be your wife? She takes on your last name, right? So
exactly.
Why are you here to preach to us about marriage when it's the men who control marriage? Correct?
Correct.
And
a
are
lot
you
of
aware
women
that black men get married the least, right?
Correct.
All right.
And a lot of
Well,
women don't even want to be married.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay, so this seems like we're very educated. Is there anything else before you go back over to the businesses channel? Hey, Kay Sloan, how you doing, baby girl?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of anger because there's no infrastructure.
Nobody's upset. I promise you, we're
I'm
not
upset.
angry. Hey,
Guys
don't talk at the
complain
same
about
time.
black
You
people
listen.
every day.
You was doing okay, ape. Don't talk while I'm talking, okay? Try not to do that because that's not going to do anything but turn this into a whole free for all, and then it's going to be done. We are not angry. I'm trying to get women to leave you motherfuckers alone 100%.
Do you
Are we
think the
clear on that?
majority?
And he needs to go
Clear.
be talking to black men because black men the one that don't know how to do shit. That's
Do
who
you
he need to
think
go be talking to, not us.
Do you think the majority of women on your channel are happy?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
yes, I'm not
Yeah.
particularly sad. I mean, do you know me? Are we old friends?
You guys don't
So you
sound
can't
happy.
tell
You guys
me
sound
whether
angry.
or not I don't have to sound happy to you. I don't like you. So, I mean, what the hell do I need to sound happy and cheerful? The very sound of your voice makes my blood pressure jump to 10,000. I don't like you motherfuckers. I really don't.
You guys get on here every week and are complaining.
So what?
Every
We're
week.
telling everybody to stay away from you. That's
What's
why
this-
we get on here every week.
And so,
You
and
mean
so
to
you
tell
think that?
me that
Do you think
the
that
business?
makes your followers
Oh,
happier?
You think you hollering, don't you? Now nobody's gonna answer that. Check this out. That nigga
Okay.
that you refer to, the business. Do you think he's happy? He sounds like an incel that's very, very frustrated and need to bust a nut as quickly as possible before he has an aneurysm. Okay.
That's why
Good.
I can't take somebody like this seriously who calls himself an educated thug, but you're following somebody like the business who straight up manosphere, who gets off on dragging black women on one channel and selling pro-blackness on the other channel. You should be ashamed of yourself, motherfucker, just based on the company you keep. How dare you talk to us about being happy when you're following a motherfucker like that, who's dragging black women on one channel and selling pro-blackness on the other? You have, I mean, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Their DNA is fucked up, sis.
Well,
They
just,
can't.
well, just
Do
because,
you hear
well,
him?
just
He
because I listen,
sounds. He don't sound delayed to you. He is delayed, and most of them are delayed. You understand? Whenever it's
Yeah,
smoke
they
night,
need some serious help because he would actually have the audacity to get on this line and preach to us about us being happy and all this
he's
other
not preaching
bullshit
to me.
and,
He ain't
you guys don't
preaching
sound
to me
and
at
happy.
all.
marriage.
You sound miserable and angry.
Okay, yeah, well, that's your opinion. You don't know anybody on this panel. That's your
Well,
opinion.
let me ask you this: do you
Where
think
your mama
every
at,
week
nigga? Where the fuck is your mother? Where is she? She need to come get you because you boring the fuck out of me. You didn't click the link on Smoke Night. This wasn't Smoke
feel
Night.
bad.
You've turned it into Smoke
I
Night.
feel
Where the
bad.
fuck is
I
your
feel
mammy
bad
at,
for you.
bitch? Where
I
is your
feel
mother?
bad for you guys.
Where
feel
is
bad
your
for you
mother,
guys.
nigga?
You guys,
Where is she
you guys
at?
don't.
You don't
We
need to
don't
feel
need
bad
your
for me.
sympathy.
Where the
We
fuck
don't
is your
need your
mom?
sympathy.
Where's your wife?
I
Where's
don't
your
even-
money? Bitch, where's your brain? The hell is wrong with you? Why you didn't click the link Friday? It's not Smoke
Well,
Night, pussy.
you guys complain every week, and there's no solution.
And we will continue to tell these women
every
to
week.
stay the fuck away
you're
from
making
you
people-
because
you're
men
making
like
people more
you, or should I
frustrated
say
because you
males
don't
like
give any
you,
solutions to
shut
anything.
the fuck up. I'm talking. You got on
What's
this
the problem?
panel and the first thing out of your mouth was to plug a Manosphere channel. Bitch, you ain't slick. You plugged a Manosphere channel and you think we gonna play nice with you after that?
Listen,
can't
nigga,
read.
if you don't like listening to us, then don't listen to us. It's really that simple. This is why we think you're delayed. Why would you sit up here and listen to somebody you think is miserable and then come on the show? Get the fuck out of here, you punk ass.
Well, because you guys are my people also, and I care
Fuck
for
You're,
my
you're
that
not
shit.
my
Your
people, nigga.
No.
You
Bitch, I
ain't my
don't know
people.
you.
We're all black.
Punk bitch
Bitch, I
niggas
don't
ain't
know
my
you.
damn people.
Unfortunately, that's how it is. I look at you guys
No,
like my
it's
sisters.
not.
Unfortunately,
It's not. It's
that's
not.
how it is.
Give this
It's
bitch
not.
the flip flop already.
Yeah,
That's how it
and then we're
is.
gonna
You
have to
guys are
go
my
to the
sisters.
Kundalini.
Unfortunately, that's how the
I
world works.
can't.
This is Sparta!
Y'all, I tried. There was nothing happening there. And sir, on your way out the door, go ahead and shake your ass. Burn some sage around this bitch. And then had the nerve to be using the word educated. I swear to God. Capricorn Countess, welcome to the panel. Kyra, welcome back to the panel. I mean, educated. Anything but educated. Lady Conjurers, your device isn't connected, sweetheart. Because I'd have been let you up here. I figured you would have connected it by now.
Can you hear me, DZ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I thought you can. Hey, everybody. He dumb as fucking. You could tell he was a slow head anyway. And that's what I was wondering why they always trying to come over here and ask us why we talking about shit, but they don't never go to those manosphere pages and ask them to quit talking about us or why they talking about us every day and every week. I can't stand that shit.
He knew exactly what he was doing and he got the reaction that he expected to get. So now when they go back and make their videos, they can include this clip. And I'm still gonna be saying, motherfuck all you stupid motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. Make sure you put that on your next video over there in the manosphere. Them bitches think they slick, but they not. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's why he mentioned the motherfucker that he mentioned. He knew the reaction that he was gonna get and he got it. And I'm so glad we didn't disappoint.
Ironically, the dude that he plugged, that's one that hit a woman with a goddamn dumbbell. Food for thought. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay.
And that motherfucker is very, very unattractive. Let me just say that. While they over there swooning over that nigga voice, they over there swooning over that nigga voice thinking he large and in charge. He might be large, but the motherfucker ain't in charge because he is not an attractive man by any stretch of the imagination. I can assure you. I've seen pictures of it.
Well, you know that I feel that they are the missing link. They're hominids, but not Homo sapien humans like the rest of us. And you know, I like watching documentaries on Animal Planet. So whenever they call up, I just pretend like I'm watching Blue Planet or something.
All I hear is crying and whining when they come up. What? Let me say this. I'm educated. It's like, bro, Mammies, let me ask you a question because that's y'all's dog that jumped over the fence and came over here. Why can't you speak life into him and keep him over there? Why can't you tell him how your throat is deep? Why can't you tell him that you can cook a 5-course meal in 30 minutes? Why can't you tell him that you will give birth to his children standing up and then squatting? Ain't that what they like? Oh, and that you don't have a relaxer. Tell him something so that they can stay over there. It seems like when you mammies open up your panels, there's nobody that wants to click it and get any goddamn energy. They know good and goddamn well not to click this bitch on Smoke Night because it's a free for all. But goddamn it, y'all need to put y'all dogs on a leash. Don't you know when your dog leaves the goddamn yard, you could get sued if somebody gets bitten because that's your fucking dog. That's y'all's man. That's y'all's man. He over here trying to claim us. Ain't that a bitch? Wow.
Keep them over there with y'all. We're not complaining by any means. We don't want y'all over here. We don't want you. We don't want you in our romantic lives. We don't want you in our neighborhoods. We don't want you at the store with us, at the spa with us, at the nail shop with us. Leave us alone. Stay the fuck over there. Stay where you are wanted.
Now, you know I have to speak up in defense of dogs. You know how much I love dogs. And
oh shit, here go Kyra with the bullshit.
She about to start with her sarcasm. I love it.
Look, dogs are valuable members of society. These black males are not. Dogs manage to create themselves jobs. Think about it. If you had to guard a piece of property, would you rather get a Doberman Pinscher or hire one of these black males?
A Doberman Pinscher.
You're right. And dogs are actually loyal and they defend their homes and their families and everything else, everything they don't do. So you're actually right about that. So yeah.
Cherry Pie, are you Dusty?
Oh, no. Sorry. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Oh, no. I'm the 19-year-old college student. I guess a lot of
Oh,
people remember. Oh, no. First things first, the guy who came in, it was so funny, called himself educated because I've never seen a black male study in this school. So I thought that was pretty funny.
No, you
That he
see,
called
he's an
himself
educated thug, honey. See, you don't want to forget the thug part. See, he was educated in thuggery. He was just letting you know up front. That's as far as his education extended, the thuggery.
Then there's a lot of guys like that in my school. No, I'm pretty happy that I got to catch a live.
wonderful. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, sorry, I've been really busy with exams and stuff, and I wanted to tell you guys I got a scholarship, like $5,000 scholarship recently, and I'm so excited.
Congratulations. That's what's up.
Congrats.
Thank
Congrats.
you. And I don't know, that guy was just weird.
He was a
manosphere
nigga.
stuff.
He pretty much was a nigga. That's all. I mean, he was a black dude. That right there in itself is a roast by itself. If you call somebody a black man, you have won the roast competition. Because what does it mean to be a black man? It means abandoning your children. It means beating on your women. It means being a complete and utter financial catastrophe unless you know how to throw a fucking football or basketball or what the fuck ever. So all you gotta do is just call him a black man. He's a black man. Period.
That's true. And when he said divestors aren't happy, I have to say this is the happiest I've ever been being divested and actually putting myself and my feelings and like everything about me first. And I remember last time you said divestment is lonely, but honestly,
no. What I said was it can be lonely.
That's
it can because there's not a lot of us out here, but we got a community that's just fucking amazing. I mean, you don't understand. But meeting divested women in public is a tricky fucking subject because remember, you're divested in silence. You're not running around here telling everybody you're divested. You can meet a pro-black woman in public. Why? Because she's fist pumping. She always got some agenda going on, telling you how black men are oppressed and got her mouth wide the fuck open enough to fit a Sprite can in that bitch. But divested women, you won't know she's divested unless you look at her actions. And you know.
Yeah.
And it's very rare she gonna shout this stuff out because, you know, she might have been irritated. Somebody probably pushed her. She probably told that Nigger she don't want him. And he kept pushing up on her. I'm divested, bitch.
LK, welcome to the panel.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome.
I wish.
I wish I had
and then
some.
Ella's gonna go after you. What you got to add?
I wish I had some bananas to throw. I only got these tomatoes for them.
Don't waste your produce on something like that.
Oh no, they're
you can make a salad, a fruit salad out that bitch. Don't throw that shit at them. They don't deserve nothing.
oh no, they moldy, so they gotta go. So
Make some banana bread. Shit. Open them up and make some banana bread. You know you're supposed to make banana bread out of old fucking bananas. They can't have shit.
You're right. I'll save. You know, it's funny because they always keep coming over here. You never catch us over in the manosphere because they have nothing for us. But for some reason, they like coming over here and annoying us and wondering why they get fussed out. It's just slowed and delayed.
It really is a catch-22 because some people that claim they're divested, they do jump on panels with these motherfuckers. And it's just confusing to me. So I call them fake divestors. You would never go to their area and let them control your microphone. No. Are you kidding me? You got to have control of the situation. And it only need to be on fucking smoke night. I don't talk to black men in my real life. I just don't. I don't. Unless I have to sign like a goddamn paper for something that requires a signature that's being delivered, something like I just don't deal with them on a daily basis. I don't want to. I don't want to be a victim.
I'd like to add that you notice in real life, these black males love popping up where they're not wanted. You know how they go to the nice neighborhood blasting their music and all that stuff. And so they come to places like this. This is them getting their nuts off. They love going anywhere where they're not wanted.
I think it's passive aggressive because I do smoke night. Why didn't you click the link on Friday? Tonight wasn't smoke night. We was talking about your goddamn reproductive rights being stolen and black women being evicted. And here he come bringing his goddamn unemployment faced ass talking about he needs to educate some damn body. Go ahead, Elle.
No, I was just about to say, to back to when we were talking about meeting other divested women, in real life. That is hard and it can't be tricky. But like I've said before, if you in the Discord and you really rocking with us, if you feel like you getting lonely, that's when you should jump in there and find somebody to talk to, because we always there.
Yeah.
If you get lonely, jump in the Discord and talk to somebody who thinks like you, who feels like you.
Right.
So don't worry. I wouldn't really worry about, trying to find somebody like in your city or where you at, because let's just be real, it's not a lot of us at all. It's just not. You know
And
what I'm
that
saying? So
I'm sorry, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think she was about to say that she was lonely. I think she was about to say that for her, divestment has been a good thing, because I feel that way too. I mean, it can be in a sense to where there's not a lot of us, but at the same time, with divestment comes a certain amount of liberation. Like, you really feel so much freer when you just understand that the Black community is just full of shit, and you separate yourself from the people who are full of shit. And once you clean all that shit out of your life and get far the fuck away from it, it's a sense of freedom that you do feel, even if you do have to be by yourself. It's not really that big of a deal, because you know that you ain't missing out on shit on the other side. So it can be both liberating at the same time. I don't know if that's where she was going with it, but I
no,
mean,
I was just saying, you know what I'm saying? Because it can be lonely when you first, especially when you first starting out and you separating yourself from everything and people. It can be lonely at first. When I first started doing it back in 2017, I didn't have nobody that I could talk to. I was just by myself, and it did kind of get lonely at first. Um, and then after that, it wasn't no more, because I do enjoy being by myself anyway, but just all of the mental labor that you have to go through and working on your emotions when you just separating from everybody, and there's nobody around that you can relate to, it can be taxing on you at first.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. But I mean, yeah, especially I think the hardest part some people have struggling with it is getting rid of the family members, because a lot of people come from, they've been tight with their family members, and having to kind of like separate yourself or distance yourself away from those people. I think that's the hardest part for people that have had close relationships with their family. And when you have to kind of understand that, okay, I'm coming from a family of mammies, so some of them gonna have to go too. And I mean, I get what you're saying. It can be kind of hard. I just don't know if that's where she was going with it. I just let her speak.
It really wasn't, directed at her in particular. She was just saying, if anybody's feeling lonely in their divestment, there's always somebody up in that Discord. It's literally somebody in there 24 hours a goddamn day. I've never walked in there and there was nobody there. So yeah, I don't think she was going to say that either, but I think Elle was saying that, if you do feel lonely, here's an option.
Yeah, I was just adding it on. I wasn't sure where she was going, and I appreciated what she said. I just, like to add that in there. You never know what somebody might be feeling or thinking, sometimes.
Yeah, that's good. And I mean, that way she always knows that she has an alternative, so she can go talk to people, so that's good.
Well, you won't be lonely if you get up here, right? And look at all the shit that goes on in this world. And then you see Black women undoing themselves. You'll at least be entertained if you're feeling lonely. There was somebody up at 10 something this morning trashing divestors. And this is supposed to be another swirling woman. I don't know what it is about, the swirling mammies, but y'all, I want you to know you almost there. You almost there. I guess you got to go through about 4 or 5 more niggas, right? Till you get to divestment, because you're still trying for that unicorn. But we ain't against y'all. We kind of on your team until you start mammying. You get what I'm saying? We got like this little love-hate thing going. You ain't got to be up at 10 o'clock in the morning talking about how divestment is fucked up. And then they had an article that they posted in Discord, y'all. Some bitch talking about, they just worship white men, so I had to leave that community. And to that I can say, bye, bitch, because you're a fucking lie and you're being disingenuous. You ain't
I'ma
seen
need that. I need that bitch
Hey,
to go take
GZ,
her
I'm back.
medication.
Welcome back.
I don't
I'm
worship white
sorry.
women.
I had to
Black men
go.
just
I
don't.
cannot listen to their voices. I can't.
Well, welcome back, sweetheart. I appreciate you coming back.
I am so divested and have been out of it for so long that, when somebody talks to me, when one of them talks to me, it's like I have to put in my brain, black man speaking to me. Is it
See, but
gibberish?
Ebony, the
Yes.
thing is, you got too many checklists going on there. When a black man has his mouth open, he is either talking shit or trying to lick somebody's genitals, and it doesn't matter the gender. They're never saying anything important. So that part of your checklist, you can take that off. Asking, is it gibberish? Absolutely, it's gibberish. If his lips are separated, it's going to be gibberish.
Or
Period.
it's a lie. You guys don't sound happy. You don't give a F about anybody's happiness. You're so disingenuous. I mean, it's like I couldn't take it. I was going to put something through my screen here. It's like, what? Where are you coming from, you little shit? I mean, I don't get it. So that's what I'm saying. I hear that when I can tell it's one of them, and it's like, ooh, brain goes off. Can't talk to it. Bye. So.
Child, please. I wish he would make me leave my shit. The flip flop was up and it was ready to go. So you see what ended up happening. Ebony, you knew that motherfucker wasn't gonna be up here long. And as a matter of fact, let me share the link just in case some goddamn mammy wearing her ovaries on the outside today.
Well, I gotta be on the outside.
Because they be acting like black men with balls and just be ovaries hanging from the lips. Yes, I said that. Hold on, I'm fucking up over here. All right, the link is in the chat for anybody that wants to come up and catch some smoke, because the nigga did turn it into smoke night, and I'm ready. What's going on, Miss Jean?
Come up.
Hello. Hey, Miss Jean.
Hey, how y'all? Wait a minute, let me get this. Oh, darling, how y'all doing? This is horrible.
What's horrible?
Oh my God, this is absolutely horrible. Roe versus Wade getting ready to get turned over. Well, maybe we can get some petitions going or something, because and I bet that protected class are the ones who pushed it, because they pushing it.
Gene, check this out. Check this out real quick, Gene.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sign a fucking thing. These bitches got their ass out here and was protesting and rioting for a man that put a pistol up to a pregnant woman's stomach. If you want your shit not to be overturned, you better get your ass out here and do like you did for GF. You don't know. Look,
right.
You got out here and you protested for a lot of shit. But the people I've been seeing protest in this Roe v. Wade situation, they ain't look like you, sis.
No. And see, and that guy you showed, he had his back turned, of course, at the and we don't even know what his face looks like. Has infected children as young as 6.
Yeah, they're protected. They're protected.
Grown men are protected, but not defenseless children. Oh, this is so backwards.
Well, it's only going
and that fool you gave that spot a flip flop too. What was his name? Educated Thug.
It was Black Man.
Educated Thug. Oh, okay.
Educated Thug.
I was hoping you let me on, because I wanted a piece of that butt. I wanted that ass. Yes, I did. I wanted get a big bite out of that and then spit it out.
You better. Your ass will have chlamydia around this bitch biting.
Okay, shoot. Black Jesus, one of them other Negroes. Oh, they out here infecting children, and I'm sure Black Manosphere, they having a party over this.
I don't know why, because they are the ones that don't like child support. Remember,
to vote for the Democrats. Y'all better.
If there are people out here that don't like child support, but also don't want you to get an abortion, this is somebody that's trying to drive you insane. Do you
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
exactly.
They're spinning you in circles. They don't like the children. They don't want the children, but they want you to keep having them. And you're not asking what the ulterior motive is. The ulterior motive is to keep you fucked up in the game, keep you in poverty, keep you chasing them, right? You can't have it both ways. How are you an advocate for children and wanting children to live, but you don't want your own children, and then you going upside the bitch head then when she put you on child support because she had your baby? Where are we at? This shit is turning into a dystopia. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I heard it was just like, a leaked paper or whatever. I don't know if y'all think it's going to get overturned. I hope it doesn't. But what I'm not going to do is fight for it to, stay in place. I'm not. I don't have a uterus anymore. So people that have a fucking uterus, you better get out here and protest like you did for these niggas, like you did for Eric Gardner and all these people. What's that nigga name that said dark bitches bring dark days? They even
Stephon Clark.
Yeah, they protest for him as well. So you can't protest for your rights. You better get out there with them so-called white chicks that y'all don't like and help keep your reproductive rights in order, because y'all the ones already suffering financially. Y'all don't have a goddamn thing. Nothing. You always talking about programs and after school program and lunch program and all this shit here. You don't need any more children. Y'all have enough. Y'all having enough breeding all out of control, and you can't even take care of them. So I'm gonna mind my business on that one, just like I did with all those protests y'all did for them Nakers. I'm not, look, all I can do is tell you that that's what's happening. If you still of reproductive age and body set, you better do something. You better figure out what's gonna happen for your reproduction if it does get overturned. What are you gonna do?
I hear you because I'm with you. I don't have no fallopian tubes. My shit, I ain't had no child for 21 years, so I kind of don't care. It might sound fucked up, but it is what it is.
And let me say this too to the mammies out there. Do not use your next stimulus check, income tax check, none of that shit check, PPP loan, SBA loan, whatever type of loan, to try and fly out the country and have an abortion because you don't want to have Glocktavia's baby like y'all was rushing to get BBLs, because that's not how it's going to work either.
Well, from what I understand, if you are a Texas resident, they got plans to go ahead and criminally charge you if you pull that stunt. If you pull that stunt and you're a Texas resident and somehow, some way, the authorities found out that you traveled for an abortion, they're going to charge you. Okay.
Well,
and
I don't want any children, so I'm not having any. I do not want any children, and I don't have any. I enjoy my peace and quiet, so this is of no consequence to me. I don't care what they do with it one way or the other. So, yeah.
I care because I have a
Ain't no
daughter.
kids over here.
I have a daughter, and I do care. And I'm sorry, but my stuff is old. It's going to fall out someday. Fine, I don't care. But I do care about her opportunities. And I do not want some dude deciding, oh, well, I can pump a baby in her and I have no consequences. No. No.
My daughter's on the shot. Okay. Mine is on the shot. I advise y'all to really make plans on what y'all gonna do for birth control.
Mine has an IUD for years, okay?
Yeah, mine on a patch. She faithful on a patch, so we cool in the game.
Well, you know what? It could. You know what it is? How people was going to get them that Fix-A-Flat and cement injected in their cheeks and booties around here. Maybe they'll have something like that, but that ain't safe though.
They're gonna have back alley abortions. It happens every time abortions get banned. They're gonna have it. They're going to have it. So there's gonna be more life loss anyway. They talking about they don't want these babies to be aborted, but these women gonna die of septic shock because of infection from dirty tools and all that kind of stuff. Every time abortion has been banned, that's what happened.
Let Becky get pregnant by one of them, the apes or grapes or whatever you want to call them, and she dies from a back alley abortion. See how that's going to turn out. Let one of them die from that.
Courtney says people do what they want to do, whether it's legal or not. That's absolutely true.
Exactly.
It's absolutely true. So I don't know. Mistress Rogue, are you dusty? Trying to add it to the stream. Okay. Mistress Rogue, are you dusty?
No, ma'am, I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can. What you got?
Thank you so much for having me. I just wanted to give you ladies your flowers. You guys inspire me to stay divested because I think the thing that really pushed me over was when I was in the military. I was stationed in Greece for about 2 months, and this African man nearly kidnapped me, and every black man that was standing around me nearly let me get taken. And I
Wow.
knew then I had to fucking get away. I'm still traumatized by that. So I don't leave my house. I'm afraid to be in a place with that. And I was like, I thought I was broken until I went to therapy and I was like voicing all the same things you ladies are saying. And my therapist, who is a black woman and thankfully not a mammy, said, why would you feel safe around people who didn't even step in to make sure you were safe? And that what I felt was valid. So I kind of stumbled upon your channel by happy accident, and I try to donate when I can because I really feel like the message you're giving is something that we really need to be hearing today, especially young women. I'm in my 30s and I didn't even know there was a name for what I felt when it came to dealing with black men, even the ones in my family. I think I haven't talked to my family in about 5 years. I talked to one of my sisters because she's kind of like you, where she's like, just don't fuck with just don't mess with black men because they're all just derelict. So thank you so much. So
I
much.
appreciate you. I really, really do. And it's nice to hear that every now and then because, girl, motherfuckers, including some black ass women,
Oh my
don't
God.
like what we're saying over here when it benefits them as well. Think about it like this, mammies. We make you seem sane since we're extreme. How about that part? But you
They
get to
don't like what we're saying, but they take every word verbatim. That's what I can't wrap my brain around. We're so extreme and they hate the message, but here they are in the clouds with a pen and a pad and will regurgitate it word for word. But we're so extreme. Oh, I guess because they take out the curse words and they say it a lot nicer. It's a lot easier to take coming from them when they're using the same shit that we're saying. Okay.
They
Well,
don't like the messenger. The
they add a
message.
little bit of they add a little bit of you can still fuck black men with it.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
That's,
No,
that's
you
what they
cannot.
add to it.
That
They
is an
literally
absolute lie. How the fuck are you divested if you taking black dick? It does not work. Like, who made that rule? Did I miss that?
those goddamn mammies that want to, claim divestment and make money off divestment, but they don't want to be called divested because the other part of that is you saw how the little orangutan came over here and was trying to say y'all upset, y'all sad, y'all, you want to be
No,
fiery at 1 minute, but then on the other hand you don't want to take the goddamn hits with it. So hey, it is what it
actually,
is.
I'm not upset. This is probably the happiest and safest I've ever been. As I was telling the ladies in the chat, where I live is a gated community. I work from home. I make good money. I'm good at what I do. But they started taking these Section 8 vouchers like one street over, like right across the highway. And you can already tell it's going to be a problem because the police go there every night of the fucking week. It's like they don't take a break. They don't take holidays. They don't take lunches. They just be over there, always in some shit. And we had one dude, the cop lives next door to me, thank God. He came over here trying to fight the damn cop. And I'm just like, I got to get out of here. I can't.
That's Blackistan for you.
But we have nigger day. We got nigger day.
Not with the hard R, Ebony. Not with the hard R.
Okay, nigger day. Okay, fine.
Nigga day.
Nigga day. We have nigger day. Okay.
No,
I'm
Lord
sorry.
have
I feel.
mercy.
I can't.
Thank you ladies so much for having me. I'm gonna get down, let somebody else come up, but keep doing what you're doing. You guys really are inspiring.
And I just want to say I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, it taught me a lot about like recognizing my surroundings. And the funny thing was the very people they told me would be racist, like the Greek men who saved my life, are the ones who told me something that just sticks with me today. And in every country I went to, I heard the same thing from the men there, the European countries. And I was told, it is not that we don't like black women or girls. We love that. Men are always looking to marry. They're always looking, especially in like places like Norway. But it's the fact that they bring the black men, and that's what fucks everything up. So that's what I go with.
Wow. Well, good luck with everything. So I'm just One thing I can say, don't allow anybody to make you feel like you're the crazy one or the weird one while you're on your divested journey. Because I know you'll get that shit a lot in Blackistan too. Trust me, you are one of the only sane ones. People will try to make you feel like you're crazy because you don't like the shit that they like. Trust me, you are sane. They're not.
Thank you so much, ladies. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm just gonna keep on watching and let somebody else step up.
Thank you, Miss Rogue. I appreciate you.
No problem. Love you, ladies.
Love you back.
And I'd
Love
like
you
to thank
too.
Aaliyah for saying that, for what you just said, because I was called crazy for decades. I had my entire relatives turn their backs on me because I'm the crazy one when I'm going, if he's beating you up, that's not cool. Why are you going back? That kind of thing. So thank you, Aaliyah. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, and you are sane. And because I know how we get, what this community gets, and it's like no, no, no. Just they don't like what you like, which is some toxic or dysfunctional shit. No, they're saying you're the one with the problem, and like that's why they don't like divestors or the idea of divesting. Period. So no, you're sane. You've always been sane. Believe that.
I actually had a cousin talk to me, and she went into this whole tirade about, oh, I could never date a white man. Now, I never said anything about a white man, right?
They
And then I
always go
said,
to that shit.
yeah, but then I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I can't date a black one. Sorry, not sorry. And so I lost her. So anyway.
Oh well. Oh well. I don't know, the relationship, but I'm on some fuck her shit. You want me to date our number one predators? Just say the real thing that you're saying to me. You're saying that the people that victimize us the most, I should choose them first. Say it for real. So you can know what the fuck you're saying to me. Because when you say shit like that to me, I know you don't give a fuck about me. Period.
I'm sorry, but you have to learn how to do what's best for you. And that's why divestment is so important. Once you start putting yourself first and realize that your opinion is the only opinion that matters, then everything becomes so much clearer to you. Because like I said, even when it came to my own family, this conversation I had with my sister about our dad, I had to sit her down and jog her memory because she's younger than me. She's like 5 or 6 years younger than me, almost 6. But after I sat her down and I explained to her, you could call me whatever you want to call me, but what you cannot call me is a liar. You cannot say anything I just said was not true. And she couldn't do anything but shake her head, and she said, I get it. I get it now. Because every fucking thing I said was true. You don't like it and you think I'm extreme. My own sister has told me I'm extreme.
I'm
But after I
literally like
explained the
against that shit
situation
at this
with
point.
her,
I don't even feel that shit at this point when somebody say I'm extreme.
I
They use
told
it too
her.
much.
Yeah, and she said I was extreme because she said, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I just can't get around the all shit. She's one of those not all people. She said that what we're saying is a lot of good points, but she just can't get with the all shit. I said, okay, well, that's fine. But like I said, I had to sit her down. And once I started taking her down through the years and explaining to us our dad, I said, now, you know, just like I know how the fuck he treated our mom. Now, can you say anything I just said was not true? She said, I get it. At that point, and she had that epiphany when she thought about it. These men have done some fucked up shit.
They have.
Whether you were with them or not. I said, give me a man. Pick a man. Any man we both know. And I broke down every man she brought up that she thought was good. And I had to remind her the fucked up behavior from the men that she thought was so fucking perfect. And she said, okay, I get it. I get it. She ain't had no choice but get it because it was true.
I just don't give a solid fuck about what anybody thinks about the way I deal with black folk. I don't care who they are. It could be my kids. It could be my kids when they, on some, well, I'm part black type shit. I just stare at them. Listen, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. So really what you can do with your opinion of how I deal with black folk is just fuck yourself with it. I'm sorry. The stats are there. The stats say you should be divesting. The ones that aren't divesting, y'all, it was another popular content creator today did a video talking about the black men I deal with are unicorns. You know how stale that shit is? Did you hear what Aaliyah just said? She just roasted her fucking father because of the way he treated her mother. Yo, the dudes that you're dealing with are not unicorns, bitch. They just haven't done anything to you yet. You know, black men are all the way trash. All the way trash. All it needs is an opportunity to go ahead and get it in. And they usually take that opportunity. Okay? So I don't want to hear that
about
shit.
these bitches in this space. I swear to God, that's what kills me about them. And they don't understand. It's fake. It's phony. None of it's real. And you have all these women walking around here sounding like carbon copies of each other. You know, there's more than enough channels telling you how to be feminine and how to dress and how to speak and how to shop and all this other shit. And they all sound like cardboard cutouts. And their lives is just so perfect. And I've never had to go through this. And I've never had to go through that. And every man I know is just this perfect picture of masculinity. And they all provide and they all do this, and it's a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't ring true.
Motherfucking lie. And they say that shit so they can try to get them views, because every black woman know plenty of black males that ain't shit, that have done fucked up shit to other women, and they know men that have done fucked up shit to them, while they try to act like everybody is a unicorn. Every friend or family member is a unicorn, and they don't see all the shit that we see. All of that shit be bullshit. And the fact that people play into that, all these niggas is fucked up. You can't tell me they ain't, and they all know some.
Yeah, what do you mean? No, they participate in it. Like a lot of these women have had, they hate when we talk about the women with the sons, but let's just be real. A lot of these women with these sons help their sons do their dirt. They've always done it. You know your son is a dusty, and you enabling him by allowing him to bring different women in and out your house, and you know all your sons' hoes. Let's just be real. That's the type of shit that they do. So it's not just they know somebody that's dusty. A lot of them, they help enable the dustiness. So you know this motherfucker dusty.
Whenever you can find a black woman that has a son that actually has successfully divested and she not putting up with that shit off of her son, I'll be clapping my goddamn hands off of her, because these black women that have sons, they have it, a really hard time trying to detach themselves from their dusty sons. And the ones that have successfully done it, she overcame some shit in the black community, okay? She overcame a lot. Because having a son in the black community, he's supposed to get all your motherfucking attention and protection and resources. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah, I mean, because when you think about it, when you date a man, you don't just date, especially if he's a black man, you have to deal with his whole entire family. Them mammy ass sisters, them mammy ass cousins, them mammy ass mammies. So you got to deal with his mammy, his sister, and a whole slew of goddamn mammy ass cousins. And like I said, they all know the motherfucker ain't dusty. They all know he been known to put his hands on women. They all know that this motherfucker fucked up. But they'll feed you this, oh, he's a unicorn shit.
Well, and then you fuck him then. That's what the fuck I tell you. Fuck him then.
Exactly. Bitch. But then as soon as y'all get into it and you call the police on it, that I can't believe that bitch had my cousin locked up and they ready to come over there and fight you. But you knew how this nigga was, bitch. You knew that I wasn't the only one. You knew that when he was bringing multiple women around. I seen that shit in my own family. That's when I realized one of my aunts won shit. She a mammy. She got a whole son over there. First thing she said, he can do what he want to do. He ain't married to nobody. And I'm looking at her like, what? So you mean to tell me as a woman, you would actually condone that bullshit when this is a teachable moment for you to tell him, son, don't be like that? But so you gonna let he ain't married to nobody. I said, okay, that's when I realized then a lot of these motherfuckers ain't shit, including the ones in my own family, because you being a woman could not, and his mother could not use that as a teachable moment to tell him, son, that's fucked up. You're moving
Aaliyah,
wrong.
they
And I
they
guess
can't.
when he come here with somebody pregnant, it's gonna be all her fault too, right? Because she should have kept her legs closed. Ain't that what you
Aaliyah,
gonna say to the
Aaliyah,
girl?
Aaliyah. They can't do it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Remember, I just said you decide, bitch. When you decide to date a black man, you are the side bitch. You are. His mother is the main bitch if he gets along with her. So if anything pops off, they're gonna take care of each other. They keep each other's secrets. He ain't telling you how bad his mama talking about you and that type of shit. That's why these bitches kill me when they be like, well, what if the white dude mom racist? Girl, have you heard what your black boyfriend mama said about your ass, bitch? You might want to go ahead and check that list twice. They be
And
keeping it.
they'll lie right to
They're a
your face.
couple.
They'll lie right to your face too. Look, I was married to in a situation like that for a fucking decade. No matter what he did, it was never his fault. And it was always everybody else's fault. And she would literally be in your face and say shit like, "Oh, what did you do? Do you realize what you hold within your grasp?" That's what my ex-husband mom used to say to me. And I was 19 when I got married. So I didn't have all of this attitude like I have now. I didn't recognize that she was being passive aggressive. And I didn't realize that I was married to a fucking narcissistic sociopath at the time because I didn't know about mental problems then. But they all do that shit. That's the reason why I'm saying this. They all do that shit. They stick up for them. They partake in they bullshit with the cheating and disrespecting women and putting their hands on women and not being there for their kids. They all condone it and they make excuses for them. And they'll lie
They
right to your
really
face
do.
on their behalf.
They really do. I almost got caught like that. The first boyfriend I ever had, his mama used to talk crap in my face about how much she liked me and how gentle she was. And he had mental issues and he would threaten me and he would attack women in our friend group, like physically, like try to scratch them and everything.
Scratch?
And
Did you just say
yes,
that nigga scratching people? What the fuck
yes,
kind of sissy ass shit is that?
scratch, pull hair. He would go into like these trances.
Oh, child, please.
And
That motherfucker was sucking just as much dick as everybody else. Come on now.
so, like, eventually, like when we broke up and I found out he had cheated on me, he threatened my life because I confronted him about it. And I told my parents, and my mom called her and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know he dealt with that as much as I did." And my mom's like, "Listen, I'm gonna give you an option. Either you're gonna get him some mental help or his ass is going to jail because you ain't about to have my daughter be on for force 48." Mm-mm.
Shit, if I was your mom, I'd have told you to break up with his ass and do not fucking call me until you have done just that. Because they are too damn dangerous to be sitting around waiting for somebody to get them mental health help and shit like that.
Thank
Bounce.
you. Thank
Bounce.
I
you.
had broken up with him. That's why he was threatening me. And that's why my mom came down and was like, "Oh, no, no."
DZ, can I say something?
Yeah.
Never confront these dusties. I
Ever.
don't care if you have to sneak out in the middle of the night or whatever. They are not worthy of you confronting them even. Because you know they may have a bullet waiting for you, or a knife, or a fist, or a penis. Depends on how he's feeling that day.
Thankfully, I didn't do it in person. I was on the phone, but like it was still scary to have someone send you text messages talking about unaliving you.
Oh, girl, I understand. You have a restraining order?
I should have got one, but I was young and dumb, and everyone around me was on his side talking about, well, not on his side about what he was doing, but they wanted to keep his problems hidden.
That's what I was just trying to say to you about them women being around these black men. They're going to put them first. They're going to put the nigga first, even though he's scratching on folks, threatening people, sending texts, calling folks, and acting a fucking fool. All the women around him should have put him in jail, and that includes his punk ass mama.
Exactly.
You don't put your hands on no motherfucking body. Y'all better quit messing with these black men. Y'all better quit because they got a whole army of bitches behind them that's gonna make you look stupid for even saying any goddamn thing. What did you do? What did he ask you for? Did you get smart? Did you have an attitude? It's always something you did. You can barely cry on some of these moms' shoulders about these niggas. If she done told you to quit fucking with niggas and she don't offer her shoulder no more, I understand, because she done told you. But everybody is on these motherfuckers' side, no matter what they do. No matter what they do. They even blame some of these little girls for getting touched by these niggas because of how they dressed, for God's sake.
Like
Grown
that,
ass man.
yeah, and you know what? A lot of them will allow them around their children. Rest in peace to Lauren. I'm so sorry that happened to that girl. But yeah.
Which girl?
Lauren, her name is Lauren. Dang, I gotta pull it up on my phone. Here it is. She was 16. She had got shot by her mom's boyfriend. Her
Hold
mom.
on. I think you're talking about the girl from Houston.
Yeah, she's from Houston. That's who I'm talking about.
Okay. I thought I had her queued up too.
Lauren Juma. Juma. Or Huma. I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
I know exactly who you talk about. I had her queued up too. I don't know why she's not on this list right here.
Yeah, and when the police pulled up, you know, they found him and he was pulling up his pants and her pants were down. So they are doing I'm not sure what I should say on here, SA test. And they're waiting on those results to come back.
They're going to come back positive. If he was pulling up his pants and he shot that 16-year-old girl, it's going to be positive.
Yeah. And the thing about it is she was on FaceTime with her mom. You know, he was in her room acting weird, like she said. But, you know, she let him into his home. Into her home.
They putting these niggas around their kids.
Yeah, they putting their own kids in danger.
Check this out, y'all. If you have a teenage daughter and some niggas coming on to you, just assume that he's trying to get at your daughter. Okay?
He is.
Just assume he's trying to get at your fucking daughter. Especially if he wasn't expressing interest until he saw your damn daughter. Okay? I mean, I know the church and all of that shit teach you not to be judging people and that type of shit. You better get to judging. You better get to judging, because everybody's getting fucked up out here, no matter the age. Shit, at this point, no matter the race. Y'all got these lawyers out here stealing y'all money. Y'all having to sue motherfuckers. Y'all getting ran over by cars, left with children, all kind of shit. Getting stabbed the fuck up at laundromats. Oh, I'm lying.
Oh, let's also say not only the gender, because bitches taking out PPP loans to have their side chicks knocked off. So we gotta add that too.
It's stories like the one you just talked about is why I don't give a fuck when they call us extreme. Extreme times call for extreme measures. I'm sorry. And if you don't understand it at this point, I don't know what else to tell you. Fuck your feelings. That's all I got to say.
I don't want to be.
You'll be extreme.
Right.
That was what he did was extreme.
Very.
They can keep talking that shit all they want to. Every time something happens and it's a big story or whatever, and everybody's covering it, the calling us extreme always dies down a little bit until the dust settle and they pussy get wet again. Then all of a sudden we extreme again. You not my skirt is not available for you to hide behind next time some Nigger do some crazy shit. Because when somebody do something crazy or somebody famous do something stupid, you start sounding just like us, but temporarily though. How about you make that real change and know that that's what's going to happen, because it always does, and just, you know, hop your ass up over that fence. Again, it's your life, not mine, but you do what you want to do.
But let me tell you what they heard out of all you just said, DZ. They heard, go get you a white man. That's all they heard.
Yup.
They don't understand that you don't ever have to date again. You don't ever have to date again. You could be out here living your best life, living your best dreams, and then you got a tribe behind you that'll support you. Nakers aren't on the menu for anything. Business partners, romantic partners, any kind of partners, nothing.
That girl said we was waiting on a white man like Christians are waiting for Jesus to come back. Girl, I hollered. I'm like, nobody's waiting up. First of all, I done had mine for damn near 30 years, bitch. So miss me with that waiting on a white man shit. Second of all, Baby, all of the divestors are not into white men. They're not.
Mhm.
See, they think a lot of white men because every time you bring up leaving the black community, the first thing they say is y'all worship white men. Even if you didn't mention anything white, they bring it up because look, I'm starting to think you mammies are attracted to white men because y'all
They
bring them
are.
motherfuckers up a lot. Y'all bring them up a
Mhm.
lot.
They
Well,
are.
I mean, I do worship white men. I'm gonna go ahead and admit it. I be on my knees very frequently.
Mhm.
I will get on my knees to my. So I guess she is kind of right in a sense. So yeah, I can. Okay, I'm gonna let her have that one.
Shit, I don't know. I don't know. Some black people, or and mammies included, they are the biggest white supremacists. It's like, girl, you could get you one too if you wanted to, but no, you have put white men on a pedestal. That's why you don't think you can get one.
Yeah,
That's
and
how
I
that
don't
shit
think.
works.
Yeah, and I don't really think they realize that they have actually they talk about white men more than we do. They
Hmm.
are the ones that are in the comment sections every time a white man is giving us a compliment. They're the ones reposting all of the videos and the TikToks and
Mhm.
making commentary every time a white man is getting in a black man's ass. They're the ones who are promoting that shit. So they worship them too. Because
Exactly.
why are you so worried? You don't date them, but you're constantly inserting yourself into interracial business.
You
You're
Yep.
look to them
constantly,
for protection, but you
yeah.
still
So
want them.
that's how
So
you know they full of shit. We
right.
are the worshipers, but you keep inserting yourself into interracial business and talking about interracial dating and divesting when you're not even supposed to be divested or having a divested channel and you don't even date outside of your race. So why are you constantly talking about this shit all the time, 24/7?
Talking
Because
about
they
some
worship
shit you
white
ain't
men.
ever experienced. Like, how can you speak on something that you don't know about?
They worship white men, y'all. They the ones that's doing that shit. Now, the little white man get on TikTok and say black women are beautiful. These bitches gonna spark up a whole fucking live. Did you hear what White Zaddy said?
And I be
Look
like,
at
bitch,
what
he ain't talking to you. He ain't talking to y'all. What the fuck?
this is how
He's
they do it
talking to
for
me.
real though. The white dude do a I love black women are beautiful ass video, a 10-second video. Girl, I guess Zaddy got the Nakers upset. Look at what this white man said. I mean, they tits be percolating and all kind of shit, bitch. We know that you like that fucking shit, but then when you
Hmm.
got them niggas around, nah, that's not for me. I don't get mad at black women who date out, but that's not for me. Ass bitch. We see you, my nigga. We see you.
You like it too.
Child.
That quote unquote pink peen, raw uncooked milk unquote shit you be saying. You know you want to pounce on it too, baby.
Thank you. Bitches over here talking about, hey, get the fuck out of Blackistan. They murdering folks. They are wording folks. They doing that. Get yourself to safety. Oh, they just saying that because they want white men. It's like, girl, every time you open your mouth when it comes to divestors, that's all you think of is white men. I'm starting to think, hey, use your vibrator and then think of one and let me know how that goes, you stupid ass bitch. Do that. You might get over your little phobia and all your little programming that you claim you got. I'm sorry, I'm not going. Nobody believes you. Y'all be
Hell,
having
they call
mouth ear to damn ear smiling when a white man say something nice about black women. Look, black men, a white man likes us. Girl, bye.
girl, they calling them zaddy more than we do now. And it's like,
Yes.
God damn,
Exactly.
what
Why is
the
that?
hell? Why say, but they let them sell them this bullshit. It's like, are y'all really paying attention to the people y'all following at all and the shit they doing and how they moving? But okay, it's on us, the divestors.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
take it.
Okay. Tamara Lynn, are you dusty? Tamara.
Hello,
Tamara
Easy.
or Tamara? Hey, are you dusty, baby girl?
Oh, hi. No, I'm not. No, I'm not Dusty. Hi, everybody.
Hey, what you
Hi,
got?
um, I was going to chime in on what you guys are saying about because I'm from, of course, I'm from Los Angeles, and the population here is majority Mexican. I will say I love Mexican men the
Girl,
most
you better get to
because
the meat and potatoes. Don't you start making my crew start snoring. Get to it, girl. Get to it.
No, I was like one of the first. Like I'm a more of the younger millennials at the end spectrum of the millennials that really started like interracially dating in my family. Of course, I got a lot of backlash. I barely got any only support I got from very few.
Tamara,
Mhm.
what you think about Roe v. Wade being
What do I
overturned?
think?
Yeah, what you think about that being overturned?
I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible, and because of course, I had an experience having an abortion, and I think.
Are you all right, baby girl?
Yes, I'm
Can I
fine.
say how I feel?
Yeah, are you okay, Tamara? I'm just trying to check, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Just making sure you okay.
Yes, I'm okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm driving. Yes. How do I feel about it? I feel that it's interfering with interfering with our rights, interfering with, like you said, what? Sorry. Yeah.
Call us
Okay. I'm
when you
sorry.
get
I should.
home. I'm just playing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm driving. I'm talking, and I'm kind of nervous.
Okay,
So
do
this is
me a
my first.
favor. Do me a
Mhm.
favor. Once you park that vehicle, get up here and come up here and roast your ass off and tell us
Yeah.
everything you want us to know, baby girl, because you seem nervous as hell.
Yes. And yes, I'm mixing with driving. So okay, I definitely will do that.
Okay, be safe.
But the
Thanks.
way I feel about Roe versus Wade is, if men have the right to walk away from fatherhood, I should have the right to walk away from motherhood. If I don't want to be a mother, and these dudes don't want to be around their own sperm, like, why should I have to be around it? Why should I have to carry it? Why should I have to birth it?
You ain't got to. Welcome to the panel, Martha. How are you?
Oh my goodness. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Oh, you said my government name. Not even to check. Not niggas finna know who I am.
You using your government name on here, girl.
I'm playing like niggas don't know who I am. Like, dang.
You got to make sure that you use a name that you don't want. That's a throwaway name, okay? Because it says on the screen your name.
Oh,
So,
I know, because I was wondering how I got my name. I said, oh, it's actually up
because
there.
you typed it in there, you had to type it in there.
I don't know. Like, whatever.
What you got, Miss Divested? I'll call you that. How about that part?
Nothing. It's just like, I don't know. I feel desensitized to like the Roe versus Wade thing because I'm just like, I don't like. I feel bad. Like ever since becoming divested, I've become like heartless or something. It's like I just don't care about Blackistan issues no more. Like I just don't care. Like,
well, the thing is this. Let me tell you why I'm talking about it. Because who are the people that when you go to the store, that when you're out by yourself, right, fucking up black women? Who's doing that?
Black men, but like when you were saying like how you were saying like mammies, I really do think like low-key mammies, like they should be liking like non-black men, like especially
let me finish what I was saying, right?
Okay, yeah.
If they aren't able to have abortions anymore, what do you think that's going to do to the number of nakers that's running around here being extra? Do you think it's going to increase it or decrease it in the absence of abortion?
It's gonna like increase it now because like you know how they're doing like the like the sex offender type of laws, how they're giving them like lesser. It's like it's starting to like prep predators now to be like, okay, you can do pretty much anything and nothing will happen to you. Like honestly, it's making it worse for women. Like, well, they call it cis women, but like it's making it like really that's the part that makes me scared. Is like it's like I'm seeing like now like non-black women are getting affected by black men, and it's like now like that's where it's like I'm starting to think that like black men are not only attacking us and our children, they're starting to go to other communities, and it's just like and I hate to sound like it's kind of like mad the fact that like non-black people are like, oh, we see black men fucking with y'all, but you're fucking with our women now, and it's just like it's like
which
weird.
is why we need Roe versus Wade.
Period.
I mean, I can, I can kind of, that's what I say, I get what Emily was saying earlier, because I mean, the ones with the younger daughters are gonna see it a little bit differently than the people who don't have children or don't really want children. I can definitely see them having that decision taken away, why that would be problematic to the people with younger daughters, or whatever. But like she was saying, when it comes to some of these issues, as far as where I stand with it, yeah, it's not that big of a deal to
I'm
me.
just looking for protection for my fucking self. I don't want to be
Exactly.
inundated with an army of fucking Tyrones because this raggedy bitch couldn't go throw her legs open in front of the OBGYN and get that motherfucker snatched out. I
Right.
don't want a population as far as the eye can see of Tyrones ready to go ahead and ruin lives and go ahead and rob and beat and steal. Listen, let me show y'all this shit. This is what I want up off the damn streets. Give these women an abortion, goddammit.
But this is the thing
They're
right here.
searching for a man who stabbed a woman multiple times at a laundromat in the Bronx.
Investigators say the horrific attack happened during an attempted robbery. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge is live in the Allerton section with details for us this noon. Natalie?
Well, Chris and Mary, employees here tell us that this woman is still hospitalized and had surgery.
Look at the motherfucker in the back. He has nothing to do with it. He just is there randomly. What if his mother had access to abortion? Let's keep going.
This morning, they say she is not doing very well. She has slashes
Look
across
at
her
this
face
shit.
and to her body. And staff also tell us they're scared to come to work, fearful the suspect could come back.
Surveillance shows an unidentified man with a garbage bag enter a laundromat on Boston Road at 3 a.m. Friday. Police say video shows him rummaging behind the counter, attempting to get into the cash register. Then investigators say he pushed a 37-year-old female employee and stabbed her multiple times in the head, face, and body.
So, that Miss Divested, if his mother had access to get his ass snatched out before he was big, grown, and dusty, going into laundromats, stabbing up the owner, then covering her with garbage, then the camera caught his hand full of blood. That's what I'm talking about. As far as the mammies go, they can ruin their life all they want to. I just need a mechanism in place that we could curtail some of that population, if you know what I'm saying. It's
I mean,
not
like,
my-
yeah, like I talk I talk to some like older Black women, even like my mom and like my aunties and stuff, and a lot of them, they're kind of like this religious where it's like they feel like, oh, you're murdering a baby, like, especially like the Black men in my family, like they're
I'm gonna
like
sound cold as fuck when I say this. So
like
So?
to me, like I like a lot of my friends, like right when like the Obamacare thing happened, it was like I think all my friends' mom was like, "When y'all turn 15, y'all getting a birth control. I don't care."
Because your
And I
family
kinda-
is full of mammies, girl. They supposed to say that. So please, if we got to have this goddamn abortion in place, got to have Plan B in place. Can you imagine how many? They claim that Black women abort millions of children. Can you imagine if all of those children were still here, even with the
But you gotta
hold on now, even with the
Yeah, I'm sorry.
condition that's going on, it's real bad already. So imagine those millions of babies that didn't get aborted in the Black community were born. Boy, the crime rate would be fucked up worse than what it is now. And that's very hard to do, but it would be.
Exactly. Because remember, they just had the 8-year-old trying to steal a bag of chips up out the doggone stove. And
Child.
next time it can be something else. You know what I'm saying? Kids are only, they start out early.
You going out.
I thought like most of the foster care
So if
kids
he
are
can get away
biracial
with
people
stealing a
though,
bag
not
of
Black
chips.
people.
Y'all can't hear each other, but I'm telling you, one of y'all is going out. And Martha, hold on one second, babe.
Yes.
Khadijah, are you dusty?
A little bit. I'm just playing. No, I'm not. I'm not dusty. No,
Oh,
but
okay.
Because
I was getting ready to knock the dust up off you, sis. I'm like, okay, first of all, your name Khadijah, right?
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah.
when you said you was a little bit dusty, I believed you with a name like that. I believed the fuck out of you with a name like that. What you got?
I mean, I'm a little dusty, but it's not a mammy dusty. It's a real savage dusty. Because I believe like this Roe v. Wade. They bet not run. Like I'm gonna be offering hangers to everybody. Like That's when I say I'm dusty. I'm dusty like that.
Oh my
Like,
God!
you
Now
get a hanger.
hangers
You
to
get a hanger.
everybody.
Girl,
You get a hanger. Everybody
you know
getting
what?
hangers.
Them idiots gonna be trying to do that shit with hangers too. That don't make no damn sense.
Man, all you gotta do is take go get my 3 Plan Bs and boom, there you go. Go get you a what's them thing called egg them yoni pearls, not the egg but the pearl, like the one that is clean out your whole uterus and all that. That baby will come right on out.
At this
Lord
point,
have
these
mercy.
women gonna be jumping
Okay, I
straight
want to
onto their
stop short
stomachs.
of the hangers, though.
Be right in that toilet.
I can't do with the hangers
They're
when
gonna be
there's a
jumping off
safer way.
roofs. Listen, they're gonna be trying to jump off roofs and land on their stomachs. They're gonna be that damn desperate.
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
offering like black women
I'm
orange
not going.
juice. They saying like vitamin C can kill a baby too, so I'm gonna give black women vitamin C tablets or something.
Well, you're going to be an accessory to murder, so stop saying
Exactly.
that on the internet, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna stop playing. I'm there.
Yeah, you don't undo yourself. Don't undo
Just go
yourself.
stock up
Good.
on some Plan Bs and take 2-3 of them motherfuckers at the same time.
But you got to be like I think under 200 pounds for Plan B, right?
Not when you take 3 or 4
First
of
of
them.
all,
Yep.
Plan B is ineffective no matter how many you take after you get to a certain stage of pregnancy anyway.
Okay, the person in the chat named Sherelle Jasper, she says, DZ, I need to be delivered. Survivor's guilt. Yeah, let's go ahead and deliver her. I don't know why you feel guilty. I really, really don't. You haven't done anything to this. Actually, black women have done the most for their group out of any group outside of white men who built the whole fucking country for their women. Y'all have done enough. You don't need to feel guilty about anything that's going on in the black community. If the fact that you survived, that's good. You did good. Don't turn back. Don't look back. Get the fuck on as fast as you can. Survivor's guilt is going to do nothing but make you feel like shit. But you didn't do anything. So now you're feeling like shit for no reason. Okay? Click the link. The link is in the chat. Come on up here and explain your motherfucking self.
What I have a problem, excuse my cat in the back, he talking. But what I have a problem with about these dudes that be impregnant, like I say, and I might not be accurate on this, but I say 90% of the time women do not be asking for these kids. They do not ask to be nutted in. And I don't I really feel like because they don't ask to be nutted in, that we should have access to abortion. Like
They
you
need
said.
to go. If they didn't give access to them, they need to go file charges. Okay, because if
I
they
must
didn't give
disagree
access,
with that. They do ask to be nutted in because anytime.
hold up one second, Aaliyah. If it wasn't a sexual assault, they need to go and file charges. They're not being taken advantage of. These motherfucking mammies know exactly what the fuck they're doing. Somebody got some background noise. Anyway, go ahead, Aaliyah.
Oh no, I was just talking about, see, it's different with, we're talking about an assault or somebody taking something by force. That's a completely different situation. No, they don't ask for that, period. And, especially the minors and the children, like that's something somebody did to them without, their consent. So we're not talking about that. But the grown ass women that make the decision to have unprotected sex, you have already sealed your own fate, because you know what comes along with that. There is free contraception at every health department, and you won't have to pay a dime. They have female condoms as well. So even if he doesn't want to wear it, the protection, you can take control of that and protect yourself. You can insert the condom inside of yourself. And in that way, if he doesn't want to wear it, you are fully protected. So yes, they do have
Can we
female.
just get abortions? Like,
I mean,
How about that part? How about we don't
exactly. Me personally, I've never been a big proponent. I don't promote that. That's just me personally, because I know it being a healthcare professional, it's way too much shit out there to prevent that. And if all else fails, just don't fuck them, period. But since we know they're not gonna stop fucking them, it's still no excuse, because it's way too much shit out there to prevent that. You don't have to leave that in their hands. If you really don't want no kids, it's a way to do that shit that don't even require you to even, if you taking care of yourself as a woman and handling your business, it don't even have to get that far, is what I'm saying.
I don't think black women that are laying up having sex with black men are victims. If they're voluntarily doing that shit, hey, they gave up their victim card a long time ago. That's why I don't agree with these entitlement programs and shit. Because you knew good and goddamn well that he was broke, you broke, y'all don't have child care, you grew up in poverty, and you sitting up here fucking without any protection, a motherfucker that you shouldn't be fucking in the first place. I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. You walked in there voluntarily, so you get what you get. I would love for them to continue to have access to abortions if they're gonna, continue to have reckless sex with these motherfuckers. But goddamn, how did it get to the point where you thought you was only worth having sex with a grape? How did you get there? I don't fucking know. About the drag. Listen, ladies.
I can't.
I'm telling you, you don't have to go through this shit. There is an option. Hey, if somebody's out there first thing in the morning telling people that are listening to them that divestment is crazy, you have to know you were on their mind that night. They were thinking about you because you wouldn't give their son access to you. They were thinking about you not being their competition or being available to them in the black community to help, whether they're swirlers, whether they're whatever. You're doing the right thing by putting yourself first. And if you're feeling guilty about that shit, I need you to knock it the fuck off. Black women have been amazing to the black community. It's just now coming to a crescendo where all this shit is getting ready to end permanently. Okay? The more and more women wake up, some of them will wake up, but then still opt to stay, and that's their right. Whatever happens to them, it's not on you. It's not on you. I'll tell you this much. You don't even have to give them the information that you have because it's already available. It's already available to all of us. So if they're doing this shit anyway, hey, let it go down. I tell you what, though, you get strapped. If these women can't get these abortions out here, you better get strapped because an abortion may be required later. It's just happened when he's 23 years old. Okay? And for the niggas, right? Learn how to read. You spell smoke S-M-O-K-E, right? Tonight was a smoke night. Smoke night means you could come and get cussed the fuck out and nothing more, nothing less. Quit coming over here crying. Black women are leaving this motherfucker. They're out of here. This is you on smoke night, and I hate it.
What more do you want from me?
Oh God!
Get the fuck away from me! God damn it! Nobody wants to hear you. Fuck all y'all with no lube up against the wall and didn't even buy you no goddamn Applebee's plate. How about that part? I'm going to the Discord. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on Friday.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Hey, bye.